Hi guys and welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it so very much. Welcome. My name is Aiden. I'm so happy that you're here. It's another scent note video. I decided to go a little bit sweeter, a little bit more gourmand. I've been doing a lot of fruity scents because I love fruity scents. So today I am bringing you caramel or however you pronounce it. I say caramel. That's how I normally say it. But I know other people get irritated by that. So yeah, anyway, if you have not already subscribed, please do consider subscribing. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it. If you are interested in other scent notes, there will be a playlist up above so that you can see some of the other ones that I've been talking about. I really wanted to focus on scents that had a heavy note of whatever note I'm talking about. Because a lot of the time when you are smelling something, you're like, this says it had peach in it. And you're like, I don't get peach at all. I get that a lot. Like, you think it's going to be this delicious kind of a scent, and you're like, where is that note? I don't get it at all. So I wanted to try to get some ones that I really feel like you get a good sense of that note. One of these has been discontinued for a long time. You're going to see my sad state of a bottle. But I love it, and I want to mention it because it's where I started with a love of caramel in a sense, and then there's most of the rest of them should be fairly easy to find. Make sure you let me know what your favorite caramel scents are. I'm really interested to know if there's some other ones that have a strong note that I should be on the hunt for. We're going to start with one that's probably kind of obvious. This is Viva La Juicy by Juicy Couture. This is my signature scent. This is, I've worn a good chunk of this bottle. I have intense versions of this, like the Pure Parfum and all of the fancy limited edition bottles that are a stronger version of this. And then I've gone through a couple bottles of this already. This to me it's so, I just love it. I do get the caramel, but there's the fruits mixed in there too. I feel like, I know people are like, this is screechy, this is synthetic. I don't know. I do not get that. I get that it's a well blended perfume that has sweetness to it. I get a little bit of that caramel in there. It's probably not the most prominent caramel note. It's not the most gourmand fragrance. It definitely is a gourmand, but it's a perfumed gourmand. It's not a photorealistic type of a scent. And I tend to really like photorealistic a lot of the time, but Viva La Juicy really, really does it for me. So let me give you the notes on this. Our top notes are wild berries and mandarin orange. Middle notes, can't skip those, are gardenia, honeysuckle, and jasmine. Base notes are caramel, praline, vanilla, amber, and sandalwood. So you just get a good mix of notes in there. It has the citrusness of the mandarin orange I do get as well with the caramel. So it's slightly sweet. I don't think it's overly sweet. It is definitely not the sweetest of the scents that I have in here. It actually might be the least sweet of all of them. But I do love it. I think it is a good one, and one that, my friends smell it and they're like, oh, that's Aiden, because I've worn it for such a long time. One that I like just a little bit better than the original is the Noir version. I did buy a backup of this one. I'm not really sure how much I have left of this one. It is much lighter than my other bottles, and it's just because of the way that it's made, it's really hard to see what's left. So the notes on this one are basically the same notes. They're just, the base notes I feel like are amped up. So once again, we have wild berries, mandarin orange. Middle notes are gardenia, honeysuckle, and jasmine. Base notes are caramel, vanilla, amber, and sandalwood. I feel like this is a sweeter version, which is probably why they call it Noir, because it's not as a daytime or every time friendly fragrance as the original Viva La Juicy. I think the reason I like this one more is because it is sweeter. It has more of that caramel and the vanilla and praline in the base. I really like this one. So if you have tried Viva La Juicy and you liked it, but you felt like it was a little too citrusy, not quite caramelly enough, try the Noir, because I feel like that one just amps it up so much. Moving to a niche. So we've gone from very easily accessible to a niche. This they do sell at Sephora, but you can also get it on their website, and larger bottles of some of them at Fragrance Net. This is Bon Parfumeur. This is 501. The 501, the formula is called praline, licorice and patchouli. I was trying to remember what, because it's in French. And I do not speak French, so I could not give you that. You get the patchouli in this one, for sure. There's also the nuttiness of the praline in here. I don't get a lot of the licorice, but I do get that praline has a very caramel note to it. So our top notes are hazelnut, bergamot, and yuzu. It's probably the hazelnut that's getting me. Then middle notes are praline, licorice, and iris. Base notes are caramel, cashmere wood, patchouli, amber, and musk. You get so many different things going on with this, but this gives me a sense of like caramel corn, or, you know, when you have the caramel roasted nuts, you know, those type of, there's the nuttiness to it, but it almost, there's a warmth to it, but you get that sweet caramel, caramel corn. That's basically, I get like a very good caramel corn kind of a scent, but with nuts too. I love this scent. I wish, I'm filming this in August. It is too hot to wear this scent right now. I would wear this right now though. It smells so good. So if you want something that's like a nutty caramel that just gives you a lot of nuts, but that's sweet, you do have to be able to stand patchouli. It's not like I don't like Angel. It does not work with my skin. There's too much patchouli. This is not like that. This is sweeter to me, and it doesn't have as much, the patchouli isn't as overwhelming. It's kind of a base in the background. I love this. It's so good. Highly recommend it. Really, it's so good. We're going to go with one that probably a lot of people associate with caramel. This is Fancy by Jessica Simpson. I was trying to find the front of it. And this is fairly inexpensive to get. I don't know why I was struggling to get that cap off. Ooh. This is definitely not something you want to spray on white clothes. It stained my strip. To me, people say Juicy is a little synthetic. This one gives me more synthetic vibes than Juicy Couture does. It also it's definitely a sweeter scent. So let me give you the notes. We have top notes of apricot, pear, and red berries. Middle notes are caramel, almond, gardenia, and jasmine. Base notes are vanilla, amber, and sandalwood. This is kind of a powdery caramel. Like there's a caramel, but they're like almost like, I want to say were their originals. It's like a hardened caramel, and there's like a dusting of maybe powdered sugar on them. So you get kind of that could be from the vanilla in there. And the fruits are in there as well. This is really lovely. I need to wear this more. I honestly need to reach for this one more. I forget about this one. And it's not one that I'm like so in love with that when I think about packing for scents for the school year, it's not one that I'm like, oh, I gotta grab this one. It's hard because I've said before, I brought all my perfumes to my parents' house. And then I just take back some for the semester. And, you know, semester starts in August, it goes till early December. So, like, I have a wide range. I need some really hot weather scents for August and September. October even, I need something that's more fruity, not so dense. And then I get, like, a little bit end of October, the last 6 weeks maybe, into November that I need gourmands. I'm also trying to use up fragrance, like all my samples and stuff. So this one is really lovely. I need to reach for this one more. More caramel than Viva La Juicy, but definitely not. It's similar. I feel like they have very similar vibes once they settle, but on initial, it's very synthetic. This one we probably were expecting to see as well. This is Viktor Rolf Bon Bon. This is one of my favorite fragrances. I have used like half of this bottle already. I know I've had it for a while, but I do love this. This is very sweet. It is very delicious. So the notes on Bon Bon are peach, mandarin orange, and orange. Middle notes are caramel, orange blossom, and vanilla. Jasmine. Where did I get vanilla from? Base notes are amber, sandalwood, guaiac wood, and cedar. So this is like a fruity caramel, and it feels very blended together. It's not as sweet as other scents. I will talk about sweetness in terms in a minute, but this one is lovely. I feel like overall this is really sweet, but the caramel isn't the sweetest part, and it's not quite the most prominent note, but you definitely get that it's a caramel scent. But it's very well blended with the fruits in there. It's kind of equal, I feel. I feel for the most part, all of these are very well blended fragrances, and I think they're all really good choices. All ones, if you like something sweet, if you like something gourmand, I would definitely recommend them. This last scent is long gone. It was a Bath & Body Works fragrance from the very early 2000s. I'm not really sure how to get mine out. I had one of these. This is American Girl, Hopes and Dreams. They did 2 fragrances. This was the one that I by far enjoyed more. This is very, very, very caramel. It's so good. It's almost photorealistic, but has a little bit more than just caramel. So I did buy this one on the secondary market. I think I got it off of eBay. I was so excited to find one. It was packaged really well, but when it came, this had broken, and the top isn't, like, the sprayer doesn't sit on it normally and doesn't stay. And I store it separately because I had another bottle of this that I was hoarding that for some reason and you can see, like, this one's lost some juice too, but all of the juice sucked up and came down the side, and it was sitting on I have a china cabinet in my room. I've had it for my entire life. Like, it's always been a piece of furniture, but, like, it was a good to store, like, books on the top, and down below, like, all different types of toys and stuff. So I had this sitting on there. It ruined the wood finish. I like this piece from the 60s or maybe even the 50s. Like, it's an older piece. So now I have to figure out, like, I never have refinished it because this is my second bottle that I've had issues with. It smells so good though. I don't know how to spray it, so we're not going to spray it right now. But let me give you the notes because it's so good. We have vanilla, caramel, fruity notes, floral notes, and lily. The floral is so far in the back that you don't really get it. You get the vanilla and the caramel. You get a little bit of the fruitiness in there, but it's just kind of underlying it. It smells like a perfumed, like if you were to take the cowtails. Have you ever had a cowtail? That's what this smells like to me, but a perfumed version. So it has, like, the vanilla in the middle, and the outside is the caramel. Oh, so good. I really love this one, and I hate to, like, try to dismantle this bottle to decant it, but I don't know. Maybe I can try to give me ideas if you have any ideas. But this one is so good. If you ever come across it and you have an opportunity to get it, I highly recommend it. I think it's probably the most realistic of all of my scents. So let's go from least caramel to most caramel. So least, I would say, is Viva La Juicy. I still really like it. I think it is really good. Then I'd probably do I would say these are about tied next with Viva La Juicy Noir and Fancy. They're both have a good caramel note to them, but it's not the most prominent. Like, there's other things blended in there. Then we're going to go with Bon Bon. Then we're going to go with 501 because this one has that nuttiness to it, but the caramel is really prominent. And then this one is going to be number 1, American Girl, Hopes and Dreams. It is very much like a vanilla caramel. I really like it. In terms of sweetness, I would say this is the most sweet. It is the most sugary. Then probably Bon Bon, then 501, then Viva La Juicy Noir. I'm holding it backwards. Then Fancy, and then the least sweet would be Viva La Juicy. So if you think Viva La Juicy is too sweet, you want to stay far away from all of these. But I wanted something that smelled like caramel because, yes. Anyway, let me know if you have other scents that are very caramel heavy. Let me know down below. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.